Kong, is one of the most powerful titans to be shown in the monsterverse yet. He's had many battles along his way and gained lots of experience. Today we're going to put him to the test to see how many of Godzilla's enemies he could take on, and actually beat before he would die. The version of Kong we are going to be using is a Kong which has the Beast Glove and the Ancestral Axe, and don't forget to stay tuned to the end because Kong may get further than you think. We're going to go up in terms of how powerful each of Godzilla's enemies were, so basically weakest to strongest. Let's get started with number 1, the Ion Dragon. The Ion Dragon is a draconic titan in the monsterverse created by Legendary Pictures that first appeared in the 2023 television series, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. It serves as the final antagonist of the first season of the series. The Ion Dragon is a powerful kaiju known for its impressive abilities. It can fly, allowing it to engage in aerial combat and maneuver around opponents effectively. With immense physical strength, it excels in close battles, and its tough scales provide significant durability against attacks. Additionally, the Ion Dragon possesses a unique breath attack that can inflict temporary blindness with direct contact, making it a formidable opponent in the monsterverse. Overall, its combination of flight, strength, and unique offensive capabilities makes it a significant player. Now, we're all familiar with Kong's abilities, so I'm not going to waste you guys' time. Let's get straight into the scenario. I can imagine that the fight would go something like this. The Ion Dragon soars through the sky, unleashing powerful attacks while Kong, wielding his massive axe and enhanced with the Beast Glove, stands his ground. The two titans clash fiercely, with Kong using his agility and strength to dodge the Ion Dragon's strikes while delivering powerful blows with his axe. As the fight intensifies, Kong finds an opening and, with a swift and calculated move, delivers a devastating strike with his axe, slicing through the Ion Dragon's defenses. In a final, climactic moment, Kong uses the axe to land a fatal blow, ultimately defeating the Ion Dragon and asserting his dominance. In simple terms, Kong absolutely no-diffs this fodder, and it's tragic. Moving on to the next kaiju, we have the Muto Couple. The Muto Couple from Godzilla 2014 are the primary antagonists in the movie. The male and female Mutos are both giant monsters that feed off radiation. The female Muto is larger and has the ability to lay eggs, while the male Muto is faster and has a more agile build. They were awakened by the nuclear energy and cause destruction as they try to find each other and mate. Their presence leads to a showdown with Godzilla, who is trying to restore balance. When it comes to fighting, the Muto Couple showcase some serious skills. The male Muto is super agile and can fly, allowing it to dodge attacks and strike quickly from the air. It uses its speed to outmaneuver opponents, making it a tough target. The female Muto, on the other hand, is a powerhouse with brute strength and durability, capable of taking hits while dishing out massive damage. Together, they can coordinate their attacks, with the male distracting enemies while the female delivers powerful blows. Their ability to emit EMP pulses adds a strategic edge, disabling technology and creating chaos, which they can exploit during battles. Overall, they make a dangerous duo when it comes to fighting. Here's a battle scenario I thought of. Imagine Kong is roaming his territory when he suddenly senses a disturbance. The Muto Couple, having traveled to the Hollow Earth in search of radiation, start wreaking havoc. The male Muto darts through the trees using its speed to dodge Kong's attacks, while the female Muto unleashes a powerful EMP pulse, knocking out Kong's surroundings and disorienting him. Kong, however, isn't fazed. He grips his axe tightly. As the male Muto swoops in for an aerial strike, Kong uses his Beast Glove to enhance his strength and agility. He leaps up, swinging the axe with incredible force, slicing through the Muto's wing and sending it crashing to the ground. The female Muto, enraged, charges at Kong, but he anticipates her move. With a powerful swing of his axe, he counters her attack, stunning her momentarily. Using this opportunity, Kong unleashes a series of powerful blows, combining his brute strength with the axe's sharpness. Finally, with a mighty roar, Kong delivers a finishing blow, taking down the female Muto. With both Mutos defeated, Kong stands tall and beats his chest. The Mutos were much more of a challenge, but Kong is definitely capable of winning this one. The next Titan I want to discuss has to be Tiamat. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. Kong now has to deal with some of the most powerful creatures in the verse to date. Titaness Tiamat is a massive dragon-like creature that made her debut in the MonsterVerse in the movie Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire, which released this year. She's known for her fierce appearance and powers, and not to mention the way she got absolutely obliterated by Godzilla. Tiamat is a powerful aquatic titan, having killed a specimen of Kong's species in the past. She even managed to overpower Godzilla himself, a strong, amphibious titan, underwater. Tiamat can constrict her body around enemies, allowing her to easily drag them through the water. Her scales are described as razor-sharp and are capable of cutting into Godzilla's flesh. Tiamat also has pretty bad breath. She can expel a corrosive phosphorus ink from her mouth, also referred to as toxic, acidic breath. Tiamat also generated a maelstrom at the start of her fight against Godzilla to drag him into the ocean's depths, showing her advantages in underwater combat. In addition, Tiamat possesses electrogenic cells that collect and release electricity and currents to such an extent that she can cause the ocean to boil, generating a steam trail visible from space. In terms of underwater, it's looking extremely unfair for Kong as he can't go all out underwater. But the same could be said for Tiamat when it comes to fighting on land. However, I'm going to let the scenario be on land, because Tiamat has the ability to operate on land as well. Here's the fight I thought of. Tiamat towers over Kong, her massive form casting a shadow as she prepares to unleash her pink toxic spray. As she opens her maw, a vibrant cloud of pink mist shoots toward Kong. But Kong, with his incredible agility, quickly dodges to the side, narrowly avoiding the toxic attack. Using the moment to his advantage, Kong charges forward, swinging his axe with all his might. He aims for Tiamat's exposed flank, landing a powerful blow that causes her to stagger. Undeterred, Tiamat tries to constrict Kong like a snake with her serpentine body, wrapping around him in an attempt to squeeze the life out of him. But Kong, showing remarkable strength, manages to break free from her grip. Tiamat, now furious, sprays another cloud of pink mist, but Kong is ready this time. He uses his beast glove to shield himself, absorbing some of the impact. In a final climactic moment, he brings his axe down with tremendous force, beheading Tiamat in a single powerful strike. The ground shakes as her massive body falls, and Kong stands victorious over the defeated beast. I reckon this fight on land would be a mid to high diff battle for Kong, but with his previous experiences being constricted with the war bats and drowned viper, he'd be used to taking on snake-like creatures by now. This next titan is even scarier though, and this might possibly be Kong's limit. Next up is Muto Prime. Muto Prime, otherwise known as Jinshin Mushi, is a titan who debuted in the 2019 Legendary Comics graphic novel Godzilla, Aftershock. The parent superspecies of two Mutos which fought Godzilla in San Francisco, that we spoke about earlier in the video, Muto Prime emerged shortly after their death to draw out Godzilla. This Muto has also previously killed a Gojira before named Dagon, similar to Godzilla. The Muto Prime possessed tremor-inducing legs, which made her capable of producing massive earthquakes. By slamming the ground with her forelimbs, Muto Prime could trigger shockwaves that would destabilize nearby fault lines in the earth. Jinshin Mushi also has a terribly annoying and dreadful supersonic scream. Its super high frequency and bass sent a shockwave to Godzilla, bewildering him and shattering his dorsal fins. This is definitely going to give Kong some PTSD from when the Kamazots did this to him. If I could picture what the fight would be like, then it would go something like this. As the sun sets, the battlefield awaits the clash between King Kong and Muto Prime. Kong stands tall, clutching the beast glove, a powerful artifact that enhances his strength, ready to face his formidable opponent. Muto Prime emerges with a deafening roar, her eyes fixed on Kong, the challenger with the mysterious glove. The tension in the air is palpable as the battle is about to begin. Muto Prime charges at Kong, her massive form looming over him. Kong, with the beast glove enhancing his every move, dodges her attacks with agility and precision. The ground trembles with their every step, the clash of titans echoing through the landscape. Kong knows he must use the beast glove wisely to stand a chance against the monstrous Muto Prime. With determination in his eyes, Kong seizes the opportunity provided by the beast glove. He charges at Muto Prime, the glove amplifying his every move. In a climactic moment, Kong delivers a series of powerful blows. each strike fueled by the beast glove's enhanced strength. Muto Prime, overwhelmed by Kong's relentless assault, begins to weaken. In a final, decisive move, Kong channels all his strength through the beast glove and delivers a mighty blow to Muto Prime's vulnerable spot. The impact reverberates through the battlefield as Muto Prime lets out a deafening cry, her defeat imminent. With one last strike, Kong, empowered by the beast glove, lands the finishing blow, bringing down the colossal creature. This fight is an extreme high diff for Kong and really pushed him to his limits. The next Titan on here won't give him a rest either. Now this is most likely going to be the most debatable matchup yet. But if you haven't guessed already, it's going to be Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is the main antagonist of the 2021 crossover film Godzilla vs. Kong, the fourth installment of the MonsterVerse franchise. It was a mechanized counterpart of Godzilla created by Apex Cybernetics in order to wipe out every Titan in the world, so that humans would become the dominant species on Earth. Mechagodzilla possesses a red energy beam, capable of burning through adult skullcrawlers, blasting through buildings immediately, and knocking down as well as burning Godzilla. This beam also has the power to beam lock with and overpower Godzilla's atomic breath. Although it should be noted Godzilla was not at full power since he had already used his atomic breath extensively to tunnel to the hollow Earth and battle Kong. Mechagodzilla has shoulder-mounted missile launchers. The missiles fired from its shoulders are capable of splitting apart in mid-air to release smaller and faster ones that can quickly rain down on targets and deal damage across their body. Mechagodzilla was also able to charge blue energy into its hands and feet, allowing it to perform devastating hits on Godzilla and Kong. This energy is what gives Mechagodzilla the strength to be able to fight Godzilla. Jared Krzyzewski calls these plasma punches. Now let's see what would happen if he fought Kong. Kong charges into battle against Mechagodzilla. With a swift movement, he delivers a powerful punch to Mechagodzilla's head, using his electrically charged beast glove. The impact resonates through the air, disorienting the mechanical titan for a moment, giving Kong a brief advantage. However, Mechagodzilla quickly recovers and retaliates. It fires a barrage of missiles toward Kong, the explosions sending shockwaves through the environment. Despite his agility, some missiles find their mark, causing Kong to bleed and stagger from the force of the blasts. He knows he must regroup and find a way to counter this relentless assault if he hopes to emerge victorious. As the battle rages on, Kong realizes he needs to do more to take down Mechagodzilla. He attempts to chop at Mechagodzilla's limbs with his axe, aiming to disable the mechanical titan. However, without Godzilla charging up the axe, the strikes are ineffective, barely leaving a scratch on Mechagodzilla's armored exterior. Kong finds himself in a dire situation as Mechagodzilla's tail comes crashing down, swiping him off his feet. The mechanical titan then harnesses the power of the hollow earth energy, strengthening his arms to pin Kong to the ground with immense force. Kong struggles against the overwhelming strength, but it's no use as Mechagodzilla unleashes a devastating proton scream straight through Kong's skull, ending the battle in a shocking and tragic defeat for the mighty ape. Unfortunately, I don't think Kong wins this one unless Mecha uses the proton scream charging his axe, which isn't likely. Next up, we have the mighty King Ghidorah. Titanus Ghidorah, or just simply Ghidorah, is a giant extraterrestrial three-headed dragon daikaiju created by Legendary Pictures. The main antagonist of the MonsterVerse, Ghidorah was first alluded to during the final moments of the 2017 film, Kong, Skull Island. It became the main antagonist of the 2019 film, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and was one of the overarching antagonists of Godzilla vs. Kong. Ghidorah could shoot yellow gravity beams, concentrated lightning-like beams of electrical energy, from each of his three mouths. Much like how Godzilla's dorsal plates glow whenever he is about to release his atomic breath, they charge up in his neck. Ghidorah had hypertensile muscle tendons in his wings that were capable of generating hurricane-force winds while in flight. This was most notably seen when rhythmic bursts of wind, seeming to indicate his wing beats, caused a flag in Boston to fly and fall ahead of his and his main storm's arrival. Kong and King Ghidorah clash fiercely on the ground, their massive forms colliding in a cacophony of roars and growls. Kong swings his powerful fists, landing heavy blows against Ghidorah's armored body, while Ghidorah retaliates with sweeping strikes of his wings and blasts of energy from his mouths. The ground shakes beneath them as they grapple for dominance, each trying to gain the upper hand in this epic showdown. After exchanging blows, Ghidorah would pin the ape down and blast gravity beams from all three heads, and absolutely pulverize the poor ape. This fight was a mid to low diff win for Ghidorah. Kong would put up a good fight though, so props to him. Last but certainly not least, we have Shimo, the mother of titans. And yeah, in short, Kong would get destroyed by this thing. No fake scenario needed, not even plot armor could save bro. Heck, even Godzilla can't beat this monstrosity, so there's no hope for this monkey. It's pretty much GG's. If you want to find out how Godzilla would fare against Kong's enemies, subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Feel free to comment any points or facts I may have missed, and see you in the next one.